We are going to be working on our glasswork, right? Good morning, good morning. This time of year in Minnesota, it's picking kids up in the dark.
You have to stay squared up with them in this scenario.
Let's get some nice fresh colors. We've got foot-long hot dogs tonight too. You lose your teeth? Whoa, only need the red, yellow, and blue. Do you sleep all the way to school?
No.
No? Would it be bad if I told you I did? Geez, we might need a ladder. 5th grade, these are looking really good. Do you switch seats every time we stop or what? You got an orange, you got purple, you got green, okay.
I want to get a hold of this.
Now it's time to check email again. The next step is to draw the outline and the contour lines. Remember doing contour lines? I'm a hometown boy. I came from Lamberton and all my life looked forward to being an art teacher. So I was really excited to take over for my art teacher that I had growing up. And I get to be that for these kids too. Well, now, look at this. I really like the fact that I'm able to have a different connection with those kids as they're growing up. Some kids would be so surprised to see me in the community. Like they think I live right here in this room and I don't ever get let out. You know, Mr. Hubert, what are you doing here? Yeah, I buy groceries. I see you outside of the building and they're excited about that. They really want to have that connection with their teachers. I really feel that having that relationship with them is a spark that feeds their want to further themselves. They feel invested in. And because they feel invested in, because they feel that we've got their back, that they're willing to give you that effort too. For beginners, I don't think there's anything wrong with getting the shape right and then coming back in and trying out the scratch work. The biggest challenge over the last few years has been the gap between those who really want to achieve and excel and the ones that are just making the grade or just giving enough effort. It almost feels polar. I don't know if it was during COVID or if there's some social change, what it may be. We still have those kids that really, really want to exceed. They have to do all of it at a small school. They're wearing more hats than I am, but it's those ones that don't seem to want to do that anymore, that to me used to. That's hard. That's the biggest change in the last 4 or 5 years, is those kids were easier to pick up. They were easier to say, hey, why don't you give this a try? You know, or hey, let's look at your math homework, you know? And it seems like there's more of them that are willing to just, that math homework, I'm not worried about it. And when they make the decision that education isn't for them, that really hurts. It's really hard for me because I see the potential in all of my students and I don't want to lose them to outside influences. I want them to catch on to what we're doing here and be part of it.
Do the work, hand it in, and you should be good, okay? If you're not at that point, talk to me and we'll go in and talk to your teacher. Ready? Let's go, warm up.
Being a teacher in a small town, at a small school, people know who you are. Don't mean to feel so full of myself or sound like I'm full of myself, but there's not a whole lot of other industries in our community that are as big as this. There's not another building in the town that brings 500-600 kids to it, has that many community members at it every given night for this event or that event. Being part of education in a small town is one of the biggest industries we have here. And to be a teacher in that is to be a leader in your community.